You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Kop TV. My name's James, and yeah, that was a brilliant game of footy, wasn't it? We're just absolutely fucking boss of football from start to finish. I just think the intensity. You can sing if you want, lads. It's cheering me on. Zach going for it, representing Kirkdale. What I'm going to say about that game, people, start to finish, you've got to understand going into the game, Man City were relentless, or they are relentless week in, week out, and straight away we just nullified that. We stopped all their play. De Bruyne never got a sniff. Haaland still in Virgil van Dijk's back pocket, and on top of that, it was a better result. Kirkdale on the map. You had Arsenal last week, which was 3-2. You move on to Rangers 7-1. Then you move on to the fact today. Unbelievable. If I had to go with the player ratings, I would say to start off with Alisson, done what he needed to do. Made the saves that he needed to make. I'm going to give Alisson an 8. Don't mind if I diddly do. Robertson, thought he brought the energy to the game as well, from start to finish. Actually, good link-up play from Robertson as well today. I don't know if everyone would agree, but I just think for the fact that he's came back after a very long injury, it's way better. So right back, we went with Milner, which was like a proper surprise to me. I was like, hang on a minute, why are we going with James? As much as James Milner is a great footballer and world-class for the service that he's offered to the club, never in a million years did I expect him to be starting today, even with the injury to Kanate. I thought he was brilliant to settle in. I'm going to give Milner an 8. That might be generous, but based on the expectation that I set for Milner going into the game, he overly exceeded that, so I've got to go with Milner for at least an 8. And then the centre-backs, I'll do them collectively. Both Virgin Gomez, I've got to give them both a 9. They were just fucking solid, just getting balls away, clearing it when they needed to. It was very well thought out, and I've been very worried any time Gomez has played centre-back. Today when he came in, the best performance I've seen there from him in that position in a long time. Midfield, remind me who played midfield. Fabinho, Thiago and Elliot. Fabinho, solid, brilliant, boss. Thiago, sexy, Spanish, amazing person, and then Harvey does what he needs to do, young star boy. Do you think that he made mistakes, Mario? I'm going to disagree. If you want to watch Mario's fan cam, that's out on the channel. I thought Harvey Elliott done everything that he needed to do. I thought that on top of that, he linked up the play well, and I thought he held his own in what was a very difficult game against the midfield like Manchester City. So the whole midfield, Thiago will get an 8, Fabinho will get a 7.5, and then Harvey Elliott will even get himself a nice little 7 as well. And then front three, I feel like that's where all the magic happens. I think that's where the sparks were lit. I feel like that's where City were under the cosh. Diogo Jota constantly just pressing the buttons of all those City defenders. What did you say? An 8. I feel I'm going to give him an 8.5 just because you said it. My G. So Jota 8.5. Salah. What are we saying? 10 for Salah? Are we going? I was going to give him a 9. He got the goal. He missed a big chance. If he scored that big chance, he would have got a 10. But he scored again. He scored against Rangers. He's back in fire. He's back on fire, should I say, and he's back in form. And then Salah. Who else was playing up front today? Firmino. Bobby. Save the best till last. Bobby Firmino. Give him a fucking new contract. I've saw loads of people giving him shit. Specifically Mario. However, the thing about Bobby is just week in, week out, he's just improving. He's just getting better. He's getting more harmonised with the team. I know he's not this youngster who's going to improve and stuff like that, but when Bobby's at his best and he can find consistency, as you can see today, we're a much better football team. I think there's games where you can use Núñez. I think there's games where you can use Firmino. Today was the perfect game to use Firmino and start him and then sub on Darwin Núñez. Speaking of Darwin Núñez, I think I gave Firmino like a 9. I don't care, I'm giving him a 9. Darwin Núñez, he's going to get an 8. I thought he was solid. I thought he was brilliant when he came on. Constantly got in behind, constantly looked for threats, and I thought there was things that he could have done better to make that a 9 or a 10. So squaring the ball to Salah, I thought could have been a good option. Didn't really take his chances too well when he got them. However, he caused them shit. He put them under pressure. It made it a much tougher game for City. So there we go. And who else got subbed on? Do you know who else got subbed on today? In terms of players who got brought on, Fabio Carvalho, I'll give him a 7. Arnold as well. We'll give Arnold a 10, even though he never played. And then anyone else? Carvalho and Henderson. Henderson will get a 10 as well. And that has been the player ratings for the Kop TV. What a game. Now we can move on to the next game. West Ham? We'll bum West Ham and it'll be an happy day doing it. Thank you for watching the Kop TV, and we will see you all later. Peace out.
Liverpool fans, listen up. This is something for you.
So, we are sponsored by Foco, manufacturing much better toys than what Liverpool are performances at the moment. But as you can see, if you want to support your team in a very fun and glorious way by having these cool little ornaments and toys, or if you have a family member or friend who are Liverpool crazy, this is the perfect gift for them.
Water bottles, nodding heads, dogs, we've got it all.
Here again, lad, next to me bed.
Make sure to use the link in the description now. Head over to Foco and use the Kop TV discount code to get 15% off. You can't go wrong. You need Foco in your life.